This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for November 19th, 2024. It's currently October 13th, 2024, 6:59 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $579.58. That's USD. The shuffle video for the November 19th reading was created on October 3rd, 2024 at 1:34 p.m. Eastern Time. In this video, we're going to go over the overall trend direction for the day. We're going to talk about the chart behavior around the day's highest high and the chart behavior around the day's lowest low, as well as the general timing down to roughly about an hour as far as where they are throughout the day. And then we're going to get into where the best trades are and the chart behavior by the hour, basically. You have to give it plus or minus an hour here or there of wiggle room, and not in all readings, in a few readings here or there. But always pay attention to the sequence of events, because that will keep you on track if we are plus or minus a little bit here or there on the timing. The overall theme and behavior for the day, a nullified victory card indicating that there's a breakout that does not last. It's like a false breakout. Behavior around the highest high for the day, a fast sudden move higher taking us into the high and a breakout there into the high. Behavior around the lowest low for the day, multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance near the low. I'm advised to trade around erratic behavior back and forth through the same trend line. In the midst of that erratic behavior, revisit an opportunity, usually a crest, sometimes a trough, but very, very often we're revisiting an opportunity. So there's a couple of ways that it can play out in the morning as well. So if it's dependent on what happens here at the end of the day. And as always, guys, the early access subscription with the live Discord trade alerts and updated trading view charts, best way to stay on top of these trades. If there is this move to the upside into an important high or a new like a new high after making lows, a new high at the close. If there is that move, then that would be where you would exit this long position that you enter into at the lows in the last hour. Or if you accumulated it or whatnot. No, you would have opened it here at the end of the day. So that's where, if that move doesn't happen, then that's very, very likely that we open higher. If it does happen, then very, very likely we open lower. I think it's probably going to happen, and we should open lower. And out of that lower open in the pre-market, we rally into a key resistance level and then decline, abruptly turn around and decline from that resistance level, usually passing the price level at which the rally into the resistance began. There'll be a period of volatility right around the open that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Most likely, it might actually be a trough. Hard to say. But right out of the open is that fast sudden move higher, ending the volatility, and then we do some sideways rotation in the first half hour, coming into a high. So we'll probably be near a high for the day thus far when we're doing that sideways rotation into the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, where we should have a notable decline from that high or peak or high thus far. Out of that decline there between 10 and 11, a fast sudden move higher taking us into highs again, either the same high or more likely a higher high, but there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support taking place there just after 11 o'clock, it looks like. And that failed attempt at breaking key resistance, we'll expect to break through it based on technicals, but instead it'll turn around, a disappointing turnaround and decline through key support. A lot of price change covered in midday into and or out of an important support level on a multi-day scale. A lot of price change. My sense is that the nullified breakout is actually likely taking place right around 2 o'clock. We've got an important range on a one-day chart scale minimum, probably a multi-day scale, because it's a cross-trading congruency. So we've got an important range on a multi-day scale that's highlighted near the high, and we have like a breakout through it momentarily. Yeah, we'll turn around and we'll come back down into a low, either a low for the day or just a significant trough in the last hour, where we do sideways rotation, and then that sideways rotation ends with a fast sudden move higher right around the close. That fast sudden move higher is retraced almost fully in the post market or right around the close, and there's an important trough on a multi-day scale highlighted in the pre-market or more likely the following day. Highlighted in the post market or more likely the following day. All right, so I'd open up a long position here, right, at the end of the day on the 18th. And like I said, if there's a fast sudden move higher taking us to a new high after making lows, I would close out of the long position there for a day trade. Otherwise, I'm holding it. If there isn't that fast sudden move higher, I'm holding it and likely closing out of it at a day's high here in the first half hour, probably closer to 10 than to 9:30, but more likely here just after 11 o'clock. I might have opportunity to add to the long position here if I hold it overnight. And if you hold it overnight and I'm wrong and we end up lower, I would say definitely add to this position and close out of it. But again, live Discord trade alerts, live updated trading view charts, best way to handle this. Extra time with the early access to take a look at these predictions, which are usually out a month in advance. We're a little behind doing the month of November, but we're almost caught up. Either way, so there's opportunity for a day trade where you would open up in the midst of a decline off of sideways rotation at a high side thus far for the day, into a decline between roughly 10 and 11. In the decline, you open up a long position, close that long position safely when we have a failed attempt to break the key resistance, or if you have more like risk tolerance, then you would wait for that false breakout taking place somewhere between 12 and 2 o'clock. And if I'm wrong about the timing of the false breakout, then it would be like an end of day false breakout. But I think it's probably between 12 and 2 o'clock, somewhere in there. Okay, and that Ace of Discs is a lot of price change to the upside. So we have this failed attempt to break through resistance, decline through key support, into key support, a little bit of sideways rotation, and then a big move to the upside that'll really stand out probably on a multi-day scale, because we've got the swiftness card and the oppression card, both cross-reading congruencies highlighted in the 1 month, so multi-year scale, or multi-day scale. So big move into key resistance on a multi-day scale, and then we have like either that breakout right there around 1 o'clock, or more likely closer to 2. Yeah, I probably wouldn't hold the trade overnight here. It's a little unclear, so most likely wouldn't hold a trade overnight. But if you follow along on the live streams that we have 6 days a week, or you have live Discord trade alerts and live updated trading view charts, all that stuff as part of the early access subscription, then keep on point. Like, check out right around that time, and I'll let you know. Most likely, if I see a trade, I'm going to tell you. But as of right now, I don't think it's a good idea. I would just hold out into the 20th, and that's SPY for November 19th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow the rule of karma. Blessings to all my angel investors. I will see you guys on the next one.